You know, black women, I think it's a good thing that that black woman and her son was actually released, and they didn't get any charges pressed on them for her son shooting that piece of shit that was attacking his mother unprovoked because he has an issue with black women. But what y'all really gonna have to, I mean, I guess y'all are just gonna have to learn by continuing to be ridiculously stupid on YouTube. Like, you're not really wanting to accept the fact that when you come on YouTube and you say stupid shit, that is how people perceive you. So there's an entire live going on right now with Crystal Swirls, with, again, the tomfoolery of these young girls and her, with all this man talk. And as much as us other women work so hard to try to get black women to understand that your biggest issue is continuing to listen to women, all these women, Cynthia G included, even though I know there's so many other YouTubers out here, I guess, Klaus chasing, always mentioning her as if she's a positive thing when she's not, right? You guys are going to keep dying. You're going to keep getting hurt as long as you keep listening to these women and you keep fantasizing about relationships with black males who do not like you. The amount of rage and the amount of hatred that dude had going on when he was punching that woman in her face and just hitting on her in that restaurant, whatever it was, in whatever neighborhood they lived in, is indicative of how they all feel about you. And yet, you still have women on here talking about Shira 7 is showing you the way, Princella, and Cynthia G, and all the rest of them. And you know what I say? Keep following them, and you all are going to learn personally what it is like to be on the receiving end of a punch to the face, or a bullet, or even some stab wounds if you survive. Because y'all just don't get it. You have to completely let these dudes go if you want any progress. They have to disappear off the face of the earth. They are bad, rotten to the core. There is no salvaging them. And there are no gold ones in the bunch. They're all messed up. And as long as you keep wanting to believe in women who are just, like I said so many times, serving you up for the slaughter, you're going to continue to be slaughtered. And it is so sad because y'all just make us look like we're like the dumbest women in the world and so desperate for dudes. Like, they're having a whole conversation on women. Once again, now, we work so hard, right, to get black women to build their self-esteem and to realize that men are not these super strong individuals that can always beat every single woman just because they're a man. That's not true. And we work so hard, stop Naya, to get women to actually understand that the only reason why you keep getting mollywopped by these dudes is because you don't know how to fight at all. And you don't know how to use weapons. If you actually understood how to level the playing field with these dudes, it would make all the difference in the world. And it wouldn't be so much quick to try to, think that they could get strong on you and hurt you, because they would realize that you are capable of hurting them back. And that is the thing that y'all just do not seem to grasp. Is like, they want to do everything to hurt you. From taking our little innocent girls who are stupid enough to listen to the ignorance of their mothers and all these other weak, low self-esteem having black women that want to compete with other women for guys and feel like, deep down inside they have all of this self-hate all bottled up, where they laugh and they think it's something good to look at when another black woman gets hurt by any type of man. This is the type of shit that y'all need to work hard against. But you're on different lives promoting this type of shit. We just had a woman die who stood up for black femicide, and yet here y'all are once again rallying and clamoring for all the women that are trying to push you into the situations of black femicide. It is getting so fucking tiring to like try to talk to women who always want to be self-defeating. It is just let these motherfuckers go. Just leave them alone. It is not that hard. If you left them alone and learned to fight, taught your daughters to stay away from them at all costs, you know what? Then there would be no 15-year-old girls taken, and then it would take 3 years for them to turn 18 before a trick decided to help them out because she was being sexually abused so bad that she couldn't even walk anymore. And when that happens to a woman's body, what tends to happen is she will eventually die because they're tearing her insides up and her pelvis up to the point where her body will begin to break down. And if they don't take it to the doctor, which you know they're not, for reconstructive surgery and time for her body to heal, they don't care about her healing because they're just trying to make money. She will die from infection and, like I said, the breakdown of the body. But these are the things that y'all don't care about because you don't really care about black women and you really don't care about yourselves. Because if you did, anytime you heard about a horrific story happening to a little black girl or a black woman, you would be very, very upset. So upset to the point where these black males would make you aggravated just to look at them. But no, instead, you want to get all gushy and feel like, oh, it doesn't really matter how many black women die because, you know, I just want this fucking piece of shit's attention. I really wish y'all would stop this shit and wake up. Believe me, it's not that hard, subscribers, to really understand that it doesn't matter how many other content creators come on and they push Princella, they push Tanya, they push Shira, they push whoever, that you really need to have insight enough to see that those women are not good for you in any way. In any way. But you know what? I know my words fall on deaf ears because the way y'all think, you think ridiculously. And you think that, oh, she's just saying that because she just wants what they have. They don't have anything. All of those women don't have anything in life except for what they're doing on YouTube. And what they have is the ability to teach you to continue to be as dumb as possible so that eventually you will have less than them and you probably won't even be in this life anymore because you keep fiending for individual black males that you need to stop dealing with altogether. And then all the work that women like me have been doing trying to tell you to learn to defend yourself, center yourself, think only about yourself, separate yourself from them. Y'all are hurting right back to the madness, hurting right back to being slaughtered. And you know what? I think that it's going to be time soon enough to let all of you get killed if you want to. Because it doesn't seem like anything people say who genuinely care about your health and welfare, you give a shit about. It is so depressing, so upsetting. It really is, because you just don't want to get out of your own way. Like with that woman, I don't know how old she was, I don't know her condition or whatever, but let me just tell you something, other women, if that happens to you. What you want to do is, if somebody's getting ready to hit you or whatever, you want to either block that punch or you want to duck. And if you're not fast enough to do either and you actually receive the punch, then what you want to do is grab that person and do not let them go. Get real close to them, don't let them go. And hopefully if you have a blade, you get real close to them and you just start jabbing all that abdomen up as fast as you can in all areas around beneath the belly button and the pelvis. That will really take them down and probably take them out. But that will go to show people that they can't just run around grabbing black women and beating on them because you are the public's punching bag. And or you could be like that woman and actually be able to handle your gun and use it appropriately before somebody's able to do something to you. All these things is what you should be concerned about forthwith. Not having conversations about relationships, because that's just keeping you in the trenches. of this ridiculous situation that is resulting in the consequence of you ending up on the black femicide list. It is just unbelievable. And y'all can keep digging up Cynthia and all these women all you want, and all you're gonna find is that you're gonna end up non-existent, because that's all they're peddling. And it's a shame too, because here I thought our younger generation was actually wising up and getting smarter than the women who brought them here. And they're getting dumber because they're listening to Shira, and they actually believe that these bums that they know don't have an education, do not have any money, and that are amply running through the neighborhood with no way to take care of them, are the very ones they're trying to target using her tactics. Now, if you talk about the blind leading the blind, it could not be any better of an example. Oh, God. It's such a sad state of affairs. It really is. Instead of young black women worrying about going to school, getting an education, getting their degree, getting their money, and actually expanding their minds so that they understand that life is so much better and there's so much in this world to do, than to be worrying about being with some black guy. It is just hey, I'm gonna start changing my message. You right. Make sure you run into the arms of the very nearest black male you see, and I hope you make it to the rest of your life. It don't make no sense, because it is clearly evident with all these people clout chasing and bigging up Cynthia G, Princella, Shira, and all the rest of them, Tanya, whoever else. Y'all just determined to see black women die. You're just determined to see black women hurt. Hey, do the shit expeditiously. I say, why suffer with getting killed? If you really want to die, just go jump off the roof or cut your wrist or take the pills, because it makes no sense what y'all are doing. And all you grown women, you know better. You know it. All you content creators bigging up Cynthia G, sending women towards them and talking about how y'all, you know firsthand she's full of shit, and you know that her message is going to get black women hurt, and you still keep doing it. You know, I guess I need to get to the point where I understand that if they like it, I should love it. Wow. Oh my God. You really don't understand the personal crisis I'm going through right now, because I really care about black women, but y'all are showing the world on YouTube that you are so collectively weak mentally, because you just can't do one simple thing of putting yourself first and putting these dudes in the complete trash. You acting like you're gonna die if you do something right by yourself and leave them alone. Wow, this shit is really fucking crazy. And no matter how many times I try to push you to take 3 steps forward, there's every content creator on here trying to pump Cynthia G and everybody else to help pull and drag y'all right back. It is so fucking sad.